Hey, what's going on, everybody? This video is for educational purposes only. Um, as you can see, there are a few drawings that I made in front of me. I have been writing down my dreams consistently since 2022, just because of all that was going on. Um, and it gave me a little more clarity and peace of mind. But out of the blue, this past week, a few nights ago, I don't know what compelled me to start getting back into drawing. Like, I drew a picture after the longest time, and it just felt really nice. And then I had a few experiences, and I started looking up how to draw certain items like the countertop, and then that just led to me drawing my experiences that I had in the, dream world, the astral realm. So let's just start. I didn't make a drawing of this, but in order for this one to make sense, a few nights ago, I had an experience with my mother, who is, Michelle Doyle, who, same spirit inside of Ghislaine Maxwell's body, who is Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner is Ghislaine Maxwell, also my mother, Michelle Marie Doyle. So let's just start there. Spirit revealed that to me going back in the fall, when the vibration was just disrupting, I'm gonna say, the frequency and magic that they were holding. And my mother's face went from being her face to being Ghislaine Maxwell's face. I can make a different video on that on a different day in more detail, but in order to comprehend this, I'm giving a little context of what happened the night before this, a few nights ago. So we were in a hotel room, and we were in two separate beds, and we were talking for a bit, and then she was just asking me questions, and then she asked for my keys, and I was reluctant, and then I said, basically, like, no, I didn't allow her to take my keys. I didn't allow myself to give them up to her. And she was a little frustrated, and then I made the comment about how, oh, why do you want my keys? Is it because I'm about to be homeless? Or you want me on the street being homeless? And then she started laughing at that comment. So then I kept the keys, and then I didn't give them up to her, bottom line, and then I returned to my body. So the following night is when all of this happened. So let's start with number one. We see a countertop, toilet, and a few other items. So I was in this bathroom, and there was this little jewelry box that had a monkey paw hand in it. And for whatever the reason, I felt these codes being sent to my brain, and I ended up urinating in this little divot in the jewelry box, which had the monkey paw hand in it, instead of the toilet that was right next to it in this bathroom, which I just thought was really weird. But I felt I couldn't control what what my body was doing. It was listening to whatever those electrical signals were that were being sent to my brain, that were disrupting my natural flow of electricity, and as a result, how my astral body operates. And I then came out of the bathroom, and there were a few people, one blackamoor, one fallen angel, and a few human beings that I've known since high school. I'm not going to get into names. And I then felt the pulsating sensations of the electricity being sent to my brain again. I had money in my pocket. I then looked right here to this item that I had in front of me, and it was this, black purse that had some money in it. I don't know how much, but based off of how someone else was dressed in that space, it looked like they were going to be going to some event, maybe a banquet. It looked really fancy. So this is important. We're going to come back to it in a way. Second experience I had, I was on this realm, and I was surrounded by nature, and I was just running. Oh my gosh, I was running up this hill area, and my feet were leaving imprints in the mud, And I just felt connected with the nature. And this guy was looking at me who is not connected to nature, does not have any dark matter energy, looked at me a little strangely, or maybe he was a little worried, but I didn't allow that to bother me. And I, in that moment, continued to feel connected and just at peace. So that was that short little experience. Now, in the same space, in the same realm, I'm now inside of this building. Something happened outside, cops pulled up, and they were, they were different shades, Caucasian as well as, carbonated. And this specific cop that came up to me was a carbonated man. Yeah, I'll say that part right after. Okay, trying to make this make sense for myself. And I then felt, these signals being sent to my brain, to my astral body, and I didn't know how to fight them, how to essentially prevent them from continuing to happen. And what happened was that, those signals were sent, and then I can tell when it's happening just based off of the person that I'm around. In this case, it was him, staring at my crown chakra, third eye, bird eye area of my head. There's just this focus. Same thing that happened here before the money. There's just this focus going on. This wasn't, it wasn't him, but like this area of my body. So however it looks like from their point of view, something is happening where they are able to hone in and see the disruption and chaos that my spiritual body is experiencing in that moment, before giving the desired reaction that they wished to occur. In this moment, it was me focusing on my keys and remembering that I had keys. So I pulled them out. And then he went on about, some dumbass excuse about some investigation or whatever. And he then took my keys, and I was trying to get them back, and then he made a scene, and he started getting big and speaking with his body, and I felt unsafe, I felt uncomfortable, I started walking away, and he then started saying, I remember how, that I'm unwell, and I'm the one that's on drugs, when I drew it this way, because he was completely disoriented. He looked physically unhealthy in the sense that he was really thin. And with his speech, he was not coherent. And he was projecting all that was going on with him onto me. And then he got my keys, So I talked about that experience prior with, Michelle, Ghislaine, trying to get my keys, and that didn't happen. So then the next night, I believe what happened is that reinforcements got called where this would be the desired outcome. However, it was, meant to go down, and then how it went down in order to bottom line get me to giving up and taking my keys. So that happened. I then came back to my body, and I believe before this experience, I started saying, because I thought about my urine, and I thought about this specific Rashad Jamal video where he was talking about you don't want to let anybody get, your urine, your feces, your toenails, etc., because that's you in another form, and they can use magic on you. So while I was here, thought came to my mind. I started saying, my urine is deatomizing, my urine is deatomizing, my urine is deatomizing, my urine is disintegrating, my urine is disintegrating. Having faith and trusting that my thoughts saying that here in the physical would have an impact on my urine in the astrals, and there would not be this ammunition to then be used, have magic done on this, other part of me to mess up and manipulate this version of me that will eventually have an effect on me here in the physical. So it did start working. I don't know how much it deatomized or disintegrated, but I did want to throw that in here just to remind y'all that your thoughts are powerful, you know, and they can extend dimensions and timelines and different realms. So remember how powerful you are. And then the next experience I had, I was in some type of facility. We were outside and there was a gathering and there was a woman leading it, and she was talking about how, oh, look at all the colors, you know, we got so many colors today, colors of the rainbow. A majority of the people were in red. I didn't color it that way because I see enough red when I go outside. But I just thought it was odd that majority of the people gathered in this space were damn near all in red. And that was just the experience. I felt a little more isolated in that one. You know, I didn't have any, for lack of a better word, kinfolk around me. In this specific one, even though it was a drug addict police officer projecting me being the drug user, I, you know, believe this is meant to symbolize what came to me when I came back to my body was mental illness. With all that I am experiencing in the astrals, with the truth that I'm seeing and how I am sharing it, the phase they're moving into is to get this label put on me that I am mentally ill. So whoever may come across my videos, in their eyes, will have a reason to turn away or hesitate and not believe or further investigate the information that I am sharing or putting out there. So that's what that moment symbolized for me, a little more than the drug addict label that was put on my spirit and my body. And you know, there's an effect in how things start up there and then happen down here. As above, so below. It starts up there. The magic started up there. They can do this here in the physical, but this is how deep our enslavement goes. And why things may not be working out for you. Yes, everything is happening in your life, you know, and you are a participant, but that's how deep this manipulation and enslavement goes for us. So I just wanted to make this video speaking about these dream experiences that I had, these spiritual experiences that I had in the astral realm on this specific night. And yeah, that I drew them, and I don't know, I just kind of winged this video and wanted to share it. Remember how powerful your thoughts are. If something like this happens to you, whatever they use, if it's your urine, if for whatever the reason it might be your blood or your feces or spit, whatever, and you come back to this realm and you remember, you can just start saying, you know, whatever that other part of you is deatomizing, is disintegrating, is gone, has lost whatever capabilities to have these spells put on this other part of you. In that way, I was trying to protect myself a little more. So I offer that to whoever is listening. And even with all of this chaos, I'm going to end it here by just saying, remember, we are reconnecting with nature. It is happening. This second sun is coming back into the atmosphere. And I want to send peace, courage, protection, and divine cosmic love to every single Atlantean Anunnaki who is on their journey of remembering their divinity and remembering who they are. Peace.